Alright, I'm just going to watch the first little bit. We'll see where you're at, and then I'll start talking. We should have watched the rest of it. It was so educational. Okay. We got some good and we got some bad here.
3, 2, 1.
I got like a hair stuck in my mouth. Ugh.
Capture the objective.
Sorry. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna do something gross real quick. Okay. Sorry. Somehow I got a hair in my mouth and, like, tangled around my tongue ring. Okay. Boom, let's turn that on. Let's actually come out this side. We're going to watch this bird's eye view. So we roll out. So the pin to point to take space quickly on a control point map like this, where you're both leaving spawn at the same time, yeah? It's really good. It's part of why Lucio is actually strong on these kinds of maps, and on Reinhardt, too bad you don't have one. But because you're leaving spawn at the same time, whoever can take space first and defend this zone from the enemy is at a huge advantage, because it is always easier to defend a fortified position than it is to attack one. So, the pin is good, but the thing to remember when you pin in like this is you outrun everyone, yeah? You are so far ahead of everyone, so you want to look behind you, see where they are, and you want to be careful about how far you push. And then once you... So, man, there's a lot to talk about here. Rein despises open space. Open space is how you die. You can't shield everything. They can surround you and just shoot you from all kinds of different angles, yeah? And that's how you beat a Reinhardt, is you surround him and you shoot him from too many angles for him to deal with, yeah? And as a Rein player, I'm sure you know, that is fucking hell when there's like a diva shooting you in the back while the Reinhardt's swinging on you and somebody's over here shooting you and your supports can't out-heal it all. Like, it's awful, yeah? So you don't want to let that happen. And the ways you don't let that happen are you play from corner to corner. So in this pathing, and we're going to go over why you shouldn't have gone this way in a second, but just because you're here, you either stop at this corner, or you push through open space to the next corner, or the next corner, or whichever corner. You never linger here. If you have to cross the open space, it's as quick as you can to whichever corner you are trying to get to. Reinhardt needs to play cover. You are spoiled by your huge health pool and your shield. But the problem is, if you use that shield to live because you're in open space and they can just shoot you for free, then you don't have as much shield later. Versus if you play a corner, then you can choose to take cover whenever you want to stop taking damage. And you can choose to peek whenever you want to shield for your team to do something, or when you want to take damage to help your Ana build nano, which is a really good thing for you to do. Early on, lose your armor, let your Ana heal it up while you hide behind a corner. Then you peek, lose your armor, Ana heals it up while you hide behind a corner. She builds nano hella fast, and then you get to push with full shield after, with a nano also. Really nice. Now, the reason you don't want to go here, let's just do this. Almost every point of every map in this game is built on 3 lanes. Yeah? Main, a right lane, a left lane. Or to your perspective, this would be left, this would be right. Some people go 1, 2, 3. I say coast, main, and then this will be like bridge or left side or whatever. If you path down the middle lane, then anyone on the enemy team taking positions on the outer lanes has surrounded you, and you're boned. If you push up an outer lane, say this one that the enemy team is also pushing, and you come up here and you match them, it's much harder for them to surround you. And the last reason you don't want to come here yet, I mean, so it hasn't even unlocked yet. 14 seconds till it unlocks. Look at this. This is a low ground with no cover, completely surroundable by high grounds with corner and cover. The point is a death trap. This is where you go to die. It's called a kill box for a reason. And the thing is, you want the enemy to go here, and you want to make it easy for them to go here and hard for them to go anywhere else. Why? Because these positions are strong, and this position is weak as hell. So if you make it difficult for them to take these lanes, like you as Reinhardt would be over here, maybe an off-tank or a DPS would take this one. Probably your Doomfist would be over here with the team that you're currently running. Who knows if your Plat Doomfist will do that, but I digress. You make it hard to go here and easy to go here. Well, it's a bait. Then they go here. And then as soon as they go here, they're surrounded for free because you already control the outer lanes, and then they die. And you win the fight. And then you cap the point after. Easy, easy win. But instead, and I think we're going to watch this play out. You guys are in a nice little line. See how they're in like a nice little C? And notice how you're like an arrow pointing straight into this. This is not where you want to go. This is so scary. This is the absolute worst place for you to push. So, let's watch this. Doomfist on the back line. He feeds. Unlucky. And see how messy this is getting and how pushed up you are. This is actually really important because you're not looking behind, so you're not seeing what's going on behind you. So this Tracer is now on your back line. Your D.Va and Kree are dealing with this Doomfist, which leaves you taking a 1v4 right now. You are all by yourself while these people are busy. And because the DPS, enemy DPS, are doing their job. They are making these people too busy to help you. Yeah? That's actually what their job is. If they kill them, that's even better. But really, if they can get everyone looking away from the Reinhardt, just as you get to here and you need help, you're fucked. So you need to turn around, look behind you, listen with your ears, see that shit is happening, and back up. Yeah? Ebb and flow. You push in, you pull back. You push in, you pull back. Okay. Let's... Whoops. Okay. Speed this back up now.
My ultimate is charging.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah. And so, this is what we like to call running it down mid. Yeah? You just W'd right down the middle lane, walked into the death trap, and died.
This will heal you.
Unlucky. So, if you aren't already, it's really important for you on Reinhardt to be tracking the other Rein's shatter. And you can, it's easier for you because you have your own. So if you're getting close to shatter, you can usually assume that the other Rein is too. And then you adjust that based on what's happening. This other team has been kicking their guys' ass, so he probably built a faster shatter than you because he was in there swinging, being aggressive like you were, yeah? If you see the Rein is timid and just holding shield, maybe you built faster than he did, yeah? At a really high level, Reins actually count the swings and fire strikes and how many people they hit, and they know what the percentage of ult charge they get from each of those, and they're watching the other Reinhardt and literally counting. I don't think you need to do that. but you do need to be ready for the shatter so you can try to block it. That was a good try. Not too much you can do there. Your D.Va feeds, you just need to leave. Yeah. Another good skill would be learn to recognize when the fight is lost, or really just when you guys need to back up. If the fight is lost, you back up. If they have ults going off, maybe you back up and then you push in with your own ults after, or, you know, whatever. But that ebb and flow feel, you're missing the backing up part. You just press W until you're dead, or you win the fight. Unlucky. Oh, dang though, you guys win it. Good job.
This is my will.
Okay. I will say something though that I really do like about your Reinhardt play. That is really good, and I don't want you to lose. You are really aggressive. Your shield isn't what helps your team. Your shield is for you to get into the fight so you can swing your big-ass hammer around and have enough shield left over that you can then back up, live, get healed up, get your shield back, push in again. Yeah? Your hammer is what makes space for your team. Because once you are on top of them swinging your hammer, who are they looking at? They're not looking at your Ana in the back, or your Kree shooting them from the side, or your D.Va chasing them down and killing them. They're looking at the big-ass fucking hammer that's hitting them in the face. Yeah? That's what makes space. Your shield is just so you can take the next corner, basically. Swing around. So, like, right now, I don't know that I would be holding this far back. They don't have a Lucio. You don't have a Lucio either, which means you're speed neutral. If they did have a Lucio and you didn't, you couldn't hold this close because they would overrun you, yeah? But if you hold close here, you throw some fire strikes, your team is shooting them all in this open space as they try to push through this choke, yeah? Or like around whatever. If they move to take an outer lane, you can just move to match. Boom. And either way, they're trapped in small areas that don't have a ton of cover. Once they start to push through this open space, you start backing up. So by the time they push through this choke, you're now where you are currently standing, and this is just yet another open space they need to cross through. And if they manage to get through that, you back up again to the next corner. Yeah? Throwing your fire strikes, maybe swinging a bit, letting your team soak in damage. And yeah, this is a smaller open space, but they have to cross it again. And if you kept backing and you play here or you play down here, well, again, the point is a death trap. So you just made them cross open space through hell into, push through a choke into open space that they then have to cross into another choke, into open space, into another fucking choke, into more open space. Like, you just wear them down and wear them down and wear them down. So by the time you Reinhardt, decide to commit to the fight and actually start swinging and fighting them, they got nothing left, if they even made it this far in the first place, yeah? Kiting. Kiting is also a very, very good skill for you. And when you're holding a forward position, if you get overrun, what you need to think to yourself is, I didn't back up soon enough. So think about where they were, how close they were, and now you know, okay, that's too close. I should back up before this. And then, like, maybe sometimes you'll back up too soon and you'll realize, oh, actually, I had more time. I could have done a little bit more or bought a little bit more time for my team. And so you'll build a feel for it if it's something you're actively thinking about, and you'll get this timing and this feeling down really well. But you have to actually be thinking about it. Okay. Let me see this one. You could have shattered the Rein and made sure like one person died to that bomb. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Because then you start building the next shatter, and you also... But there's also the sunk cost fallacy, like throwing good ults after bad, so... I'm gonna say that one's dealer's choice. Do I think I can just build another shatter and this kill is worth it, or no? But getting a single early hit that prevents them from pushing in is really nice. Pin that Rein, pin that Rein, pin that Rein. Nice, shatter. But... Okay. Pause this. Wait for it, wait. He has just crossed here with all of his team way back there, and his Ana can only heal him through this narrow area. So you, right here, immediately pin him into here. Hopefully you get the pin off. If he countercharges you, then that's a little bit unlucky, but you got your whole team here supporting you. Well, a lot of your team anyway. And you have hella heals, and they don't have a lot of follow-up damage on you. So if he counterpins, you're not going to die. And if he doesn't counterpin, he is for sure. Yeah? So I would try to pin this. It's a nice short pin. It's into cover. It's into your Ana's LOS with your Moira and your Kree and your Diva right here. Yeah, you're good. This is such a strong pin. I am surprised yours landed. I thought he shattered first. You had full shield and you just kept swinging. You had full shield into a Diva and you just kept swinging. Oh, I guess and a Tracer and a Doomfist. And like, yeah, you couldn't block all three angles at once, but you could block some of that, live longer. Your supports cannot out-heal damage. They can't. If they could, games would be unwinnable if your supports were good enough. Or like unlosable if your supports were good enough. It would be horrifically unbalanced if supports could out-heal damage. They literally cannot. It is your job to take cover and let them heal you up before you push in again. You're now in a high enough elo that the enemy team has focus fire. Your Ana could out-heal a single person trying to hurt you. She can't out-heal 4 or 3. Like a Doom and a Tracer and a nanoed Reinhardt and a Diva. Like, both, you had an Ana and a Moira both. Both of them hard pocketing you with all their abilities doesn't out-heal that damage.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
With nade and orb and everything. Tell that to my Kaz, Ultin, and Torbolt screaming at me to keep him up.
Wait, here's the fight.
Gotta love that, yeah.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Alright, we push into cage. I like it. Again, that Rein fucked up, and if you react fast enough, you can punish it. So, this is good, you're swinging, but look at how far he crossed. He crossed all the way over here. Fucking pin him into your team. If he fucks up this badly, punish him for it. Take him for a ride into your team, or he gets counterpinned. I take it back. I take it back. I'm sorry. I did not notice the Hog peeking right here. They didn't have a Hog last round. I missed the swap. The Hog changes this because if you do get counterpinned here, the Hog's going to hook you and you'll be the one that dies. Yeah? So, I take it back. You don't pin this because you don't want to get hooked, but instead, you kind of keep... I guess you keep doing what you're doing. Never mind. I take it back. This was fine. Nice fire strike. Okay, and now we take the good pin. Okay, good. Good. I was watching an Overwatch stream and accidentally joined the Marines. Oh no. Dang. He's with you for a ride. When that hog got his hook here, you should have flashed your shield to try to protect your Doomfist. I think he gets out alive anyway, but you're close enough. You could have shielded him from the fallout damage. Yeah, he's 1 HP. And now he's dead. Okay, yeah. If you shield him there, he probably lives, honestly. He probably gets out if you flash your shield up there and you were close enough. So that's one of those instances where you do use your shield for your team. Like, it should be things that you choose, yeah? I am choosing to use my shield for this particular purpose and not just catch random spam. Which honestly is has mostly been true. But again, you gotta be a little bit faster with this, but as soon as you see the markers, you see the red? Pin now. And you hit it as he lands before he can do that and kill your Ana. Nice. Okay. Cool. Good job, though.
Glittering! My ultimate is charging!
So, open space here. Yeah, you're close to a corner, but you're not on the corner. I mean, physically touch this shit. Because if you're right here, they're all shooting your shield. If you're right here, you don't even have your shield up and you're good. What the fuck can you do to, like... I mean, the Rein's close enough now, but like when they were coming around this corner, what could you do to them besides throw a fire strike? And look at them and let them shoot you. You can throw that fire strike from here. You can throw that fire strike from back here. Or from this pillar. Or, you know, whichever fucking corner you want to hold. And experience will help you with that. Knowing which corners are better in which situations, etc. But start with the, I am going to hard hug a corner. And then I'm going to back up as quickly as I can or push as quickly as I can to the next one when it comes time to move. And I'm not going to hang out in open space and I'm not going to do this shit, yeah? It's just, it gets you nothing except loses you resources that you could use later. I was going to say, you could have pinned the hog. A lot of lower elo Reinhardts don't pin very much because it's been drilled out of you that pinning is almost always bad, and you should very, very rarely ever, if ever, do it, and blah, 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 and it's not true. It's one of the strongest abilities you have. It is a free pick on a squishy. And it's a fairly consistent one at that. You just have to be smart about both the timing and the direction of the pin. So, who would have punished you if you pinned that hog right then? He was vaping, so he couldn't even try to hook you out of it, let alone you were close enough, so he didn't have time to hook you out of it. No one could follow up on you. You cancel the vape, and you kill him that much faster, yeah? And then he doesn't kill your Doomfist again, and your Doomfist is now still alive, yeah? Smart pins, not across the map pins. Yeah. A short pin, a pin back into your team, or the long pins are good if you are taking an ultimate out of the fight. A Trancing Zen, a Nanoed Reinhardt, whatever. Maybe you take the ult for a long-ass ride so that, like, maybe you'll die for it, but at least it doesn't kill your entire team sort of thing. But that's incredibly niche. And mostly it's just the short pins into your team, but honestly, I don't want to say off cooldown. Like, think about it. Just think about it. You seem like a smart player who just hasn't been told what to do yet. Honestly. So, like, if you just are thinking about your pins, you will very quickly just build up that mental library of, okay, this pin is good, this pin is bad, boom. And then you hit them really, really fast as often as you know they are good, and you'll win so many fucking team fights, which will win you so many games because you got a free pick. And you have the health pool and the shield to live after.
Don't worry, my friend.
I like this. You're on a corner. You have a nice long sight line here to throw your fire strike down. Dang. Pin on CD is actually a fun challenge, but only do it in quick play. Mr. Mid-Plat Reinhardt. I have a friend that, as a joke on an alt account one night, rebound pin to S. So he could only go in or more in. Like, he could not back up. And especially since he kept forgetting that was S, like, he would just try to back up. And suddenly he's going in super fucking deep. He got to mid-diamond before he, like, leveled out. Pinning is good. You just have to be smart about it. And if you think about it, you will get smart at them.
Glittering prize! Glittering prize!
Step right up.
I'll say this. The reason you don't see a lot of high-level Reins pinning, like, more or less off cooldown is because in the lobby that they're in, the follow-up damage from the enemy will be quick and severe, and they won't miss any of their shots, and they will all pivot to the pinning Reinhardt and focus him down. And the enemy team is going to have significantly better positioning. They're not going to put themselves in positions where the Rein can pin them very often, if ever. So that's why you don't see it as much in a high level. But if you were to take LH Cloudy and stick him in this lobby, he's pinning off cooldown and killing everyone. Because there's so many opportunities that they are giving you because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to position well. Oh, that was like the edge of your shield. Unlucky. My pin mechanics are kind of iffy, so I miss them sometimes and go on what I like to call a Rein venture. I do like my Rein ventures. Do you know about Flat's Cradle? The Reinhardt Flats. So they changed Rein's pin hitbox to make it more consistent. Probably like 2 years ago or something. It's been a bit. So, Anime, in case you don't know this, if you... Oh, God. I might be mixing this up. Chat, correct me if I've mixed this up. But I believe it's if you hit somebody with your left shoulder, they will get suctioned into the pin. If you hit them with your right shoulder, they will get booped away. And so in this way, you can choose whether you want to pin somebody or boop somebody by putting them on towards your left side or your right side. Left side pins, any part of their hitbox intersects with any part of your hitbox, and they get hard suctioned into it. It's ridiculous. Right side is a little bit more forgiving. They'll probably still get suctioned in like around here-ish, but give or take anything on this side, and they're going flying instead. And so if you know that, you can do shit like, I don't know that this is actually close enough, but if somebody's right here, you pin into this corner, so this stops you, but your shoulder boops this person off. But left is scoop, right is boop. That's the rhyme I used to remember. Cool. Okay, I did get it right. Left is scoop, right is boop. I like it.
Attack the objective.
So this is only like, oh, I guess there is one more round, so we'll see a little bit more. I really not trying to flame you. This is just like more things that I think you need to work on. Your shatters just are not very good, dude. So much of the rest of your play is just headed over heels above how well you use your ultimate, how much value you get off of it. That was a good block though. And like your ult is just such an important part of your kit that like assume the other Rein, especially in this elo, like it's gonna be 50-50 honestly that the other Rein knows that you have Shatter if he's tracking it. 50-50. So just assume that he knows you have Shatter. And so to get the Shatter off, stop trying to outplay the Reinhardt. Just don't. Fuck it. Shatter somebody else. You don't have to walk into their front line. Just because you're a Reinhardt doesn't mean you have to go fight the other Reinhardt. If you have Shatter and want to win the fight, go fucking flank and shatter their backline. Honestly.
To think about everything we
Like,
have to be thankful for.
You can't waste too much time going on a long-ass flank, but if you see an opportunity to just, like, walk over here, come around behind, shatter them all while, you know, your team's still right here and you can pin into your team and take somebody down with you. And their Rein's over here fighting your team, so he can't block it. You just don't even give him the opportunity to outplay you. So like here, open space, your shield's halfway gone. The point hasn't unlocked, the fight hasn't even really started yet. Meanwhile, okay, now this is good, but oh, that Rein fucked up. That's the thing. This Rein is kind of diffing you a little bit, but you're so much better than he is in so many ways. You're just missing. He misses so many opportunities where he could have killed you and you kill him instead, which is what happens right now. Or like you miss opportunities where he fucked up badly that you could have punished. But like, look at your health. One more swing and you die. You have to swing 2 more times. 2 more times to kill him at least. So he just won this duel. All he has to do is swing 1 more time and he wins. And he turns around and leaves you, so you pin him and kill him. And now this is bad. This was the mistake. Once you got that kill, you back up with your shield out to here. Where the hell are your supports? Let's see where Sparky is standing. Okay, unlucky. Because Sparky was AFK at the start of the game. Where is... Oh, and your Lucio just died. Because he was going for a Reddit boot play. And did it badly. Just while we're here, Lucio's... This is not the boot play. Boom, 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 or boom. That's not it. I know that's the one everyone knows, but that's why it's not it. Because everyone knows it, and they're all waiting for the fucking Lucio to do it every single time. Especially in this elo, they're all bored of the fucking Lucio boops, and they know you're coming from here, bro. Because you always come from here. Every Lucio, every time on well. Every time. This is where they come from. So, I like to do shit like roll out up over here, maybe get some early damage in, whatever, come down here, let somebody walk in front of me, boop, and we out. Or, the other one I really like is I roll out this way, get here fast and hide, and oops, wait for the inevitable Roadhog that almost always comes into here to try to get a hook into the pit. And as soon as he walks in, I amp speed and I boop him in instead. It is depressingly consistent. People are really fucking predictable. Stop it. When you shatter, though, keep an eye on the other Rein. Good chance he will try and counter shatter you. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, just back up to your Ana. You're backing up out of her LOS. So your Ana was late. That was her bad. But she's trying to get to you. She's trying to get to you. Cool. Look where she is and back up into her LOS. It is legit your responsibility to know where your Ana is located and play within her LOS. It is not her responsibility. Well, it's somewhat her responsibility also to move to help you, but it is more so your responsibility to be aware of her. Why? Because she gets dove all the fucking time. She is target number one, numero uno. And the second somebody else is on her shooting her, she does not give a fuck about you, nor should she. She needs to live. Yeah? If she just dies to the flanking DPS, you don't get healed anyway. So she has to turn away from you and try to win a duel. Yeah? She has shit to worry about. And if when she turns back from that duel, she finds you've walked around a corner and desperately need help, well, too fucking bad. Like, that was on you. Now, if she is uncontested and you say, I'm pushing in, and tell her, like, I'm going to push in around this corner, and she just stays there rather than rotating to somewhere where she would have LOS on you, then that's on her. But even in ranked especially, know where your Ana is, or your main healer, whoever's healing you, know where they are at all times. Know where your team is. Physically look around. If you hold down left click and right click, you can free look while holding your shield, blocking whatever angle. So do that. You're holding your shield, flick, see where everyone is. Boom. Just take it in. Okay, my Ana's there. I shouldn't go around this corner, but I can push this way, and she can heal me, because she's not playing here. If she was playing here, you wouldn't be able to push this way. Yeah? Oh, I see the jump cue. Cool. This VOD should be almost done, and we'll get you in next. Man, surprised I didn't get the Pharah, but nice block. Nice shatter. You waited until the Rein walked past you and shattered his feet as well as the hog here. The problem is following up. So let's see if this gets any kills. Okay, good. You want to make sure whenever you shatter, this is the other thing about shattering. You want to make sure whenever you shatter that you, Reinhardt, personally can kill one person that you just shattered. Make sure they die. If you don't know for a fact that you can personally guarantee one kill out of your shatter, I would be really, really wary of trusting my team to follow up, yeah? Maybe earlier in the game they proved to you that they are trustworthy. Cool. It'll happen sometimes. But for the most part, you want to know that know for a fact something is going to die from your ult. And that almost always means you need to be able to kill it yourself, yeah? And shattering 2 tanks with just the D.Va when there's the Mercy pocket there, it's not that guaranteed, yeah? You guys were taking a 2v3 that you managed to clutch with shatter. But that's like, it's hard, yeah? you don't want to walk this far in because of Doom. Good block. Okay. I also need to talk to you about how to fight in a choke. So here's the thing about chokes. Yeah? They're a funnel. It is a narrow area that can be shot through from a much wider area, yeah? It concentrates enemy fire into a tiny spot that that you have to push through, or concentrates your fire into a tiny spot the enemy has to push through, yeah? And then on the other side of that choke is open space, so they don't even have cover. They have to fight their way through all this fire only to end up without any cover on the other side. Yeah? So if you don't let them walk into the choke, you aren't getting any advantage from it. If you are standing in the choke, you're just concentrating all of their fire onto you. Yeah? If you walk past the choke, now you are in open space. And your team who's playing further back can't do shit to help you either. Don't push past the choke. If you're cleaning up a fight, I mean, I guess, like, you got some weird shit going on, but you also have, like, all this. Yeah, it's just, you give up all advantage and even put yourself at a disadvantage by doing this. See? Even though you guys got first pick and were winning that fight, they clutched it back because you were only 3 people in their spawn with no help, so they killed all 3 of you, and now it's an even fight that they might win.
Don't worry, my friend. I have your shield.
Overtime.
That was a nice shatter. I like that you did the 180. The Rein knew it was coming, so he, like... This Rein had your number, dude, as far as your shatters go. But you shattered his team instead. I think you wanted to shatter the Rein here, but I'm telling you, stop it. I'm not saying never shatter the Rein. If you can, you can, but... It's so much easier to just shatter around him and get his team instead. He counterpins. He hears the nano, and he immediately walks around a corner and then flashes his shield up. He can't do shit about it, but... Cool.
Team kill.
Alright, I hope that helps. I think we went over kind of a lot. The aggression is really good, dude. But, let's, like, narrow this down to some things to work on. So, early in the fight, like the poke phase, when people are just, like, shooting back and forth at each other, looking for that opening before they can really commit to the fight, save your shield, play cover, and lose your armor for your supports to heal up. If they already have ult, or if you think the fight is about to start in earnest, knock this shit off. Yeah? You want to be full health, full shield when the fight starts, if you can, or as close to it as you can. Path through cover. Do not let yourself be in open space, and path from corner to corner as quickly as you can. Do not linger in open space, and hug those corners tightly. Rein thrives on corners and dies in open space. It's why, like, Junkertown is a shitty map for you, and King's Row is so good. Because King's Row is tons of corners and hallways. And Junkertown, especially that first point, is just open. Yeah? It's very hard for you to cross open space. It's very easy for you to hold a corner and make it hell for the enemy. Anyway, I hope that all helps. If you ever want to drop another VOD, I would love to see it. I love seeing how people, like, progress and learn. But, yeah. Yeah. I see you very easily, breaking the Plat threshold and getting into Diamond. And with consistent practice and some work to like really build all of these things in as like solid foundational like fundamentals. Get them solid. You don't have to think about them anymore. Everything I talked about is all on autopilot, and you're in Masters, dude. Honestly.